Oh hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to show you how to fit just the one fascia board. I intend on fitting it to the side of the shed today. The tools you're going to need is a jigsaw or a handsaw, a hammer, a pencil, a set square, a drill, and you're going to need some poly pins. These are 30mm poly pins, and a piece of scrap fascia board. I'll start off with the scrap fascia board because it is the first thing I need to show you. If you are working on your own, the easiest way to do this is basically screw a piece of scrap fascia board onto the end so it is overlapping. The next thing you will need to do is basically measure from one end to the front with the tape measure, like so. Mine is 4.5 meters. The next thing you're going to want to do is basically measure your length and transfer it to the board. Mine is 4.5 meters and 5 mil. Then take your square so you get a nice straight line. If the pencil doesn't keep. Then get your jigsaw and then basically just cut this end off. People always ask this, basically how far should your poly pins be? I use my table as a guide. I use the width of my table for the spacings for the poly pins. I'm not saying that this is how it should be done, but this is how I do it, because at least then you get an even spacing of poly pins. So the next thing you need to do then is transfer the board to the wooden fascia board. Okay, and the reason I put that overhang of the scrap fascia is so basically I can push my fascia board straight up to the scrap piece without going over the corner. The next thing to do is basically just tack your fascia board in place, not fully nailing it, always making sure that your fascia board is completely pushed up. Now everything's tacked into place, what I tend to do is just run my finger along if there was any gap, then it's not pushed up correctly. That feels really good. So what you're going to do then is just pull the wrapper off, the protective wrapper. And then when you do start nailing them, just make sure that you don't hammer them in too hard. Because if you push these poly pins in too fast and too hard, they'll split the board and cause a crater behind the poly pin. So just tap them enough, just so you see the poly pin touching the fascia board. And this last one I haven't pushed up yet. You see it's still loose, so I haven't tacked it. Now that's completely pushed up. Just tap the last one in. Be careful that you don't hammer them in too far. And that's basically how you fit a fascia board. There's not much to it really.